Hey Sagittarius. Welcome to the month of August. Welcome to the Virgo new moon. We are in the last weeks of summer, and for some of you, depending on the hemisphere that you live in, you might be going through the last few weeks of winter, I think. So, but for those of us who are experiencing summer, the weather is, in my neck of the woods, is getting hotter. You know, our summer where I live like to go out with a bang. But eventually it'll start cooling down. And that's Virgo season, right? That is, for some of you, Virgo season is the end of winter. Others of you, it is the end of summer. It just depends on where you are in the world. And I hope you guys are enjoying whatever season that you're in. I am reading these messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. Please check your Moon and or Rising placements for deeper resonance. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. We're going to talk about, you know, some emotions that may be brought up inside of you, thoughts. I'm going to talk about, most importantly, what tools you have at your disposal, what tools will be granted to you to build or create the success that you desire in your life. And to also find out if you need to reevaluate your perspective of success. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and see here, ancestors of light, messengers of light. What messages do we have for my beautiful Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for this Virgo new moon, for this Virgo new moon in this month of August into September? And so these messages, I intend for them to resonate for the Virgo new moon before we hit the, Virgo new moon before we hit the full moon next month. Okay, so we have Destiny, card number 28. It's the yellow card of the East. And then we have Legacy. Very interesting. Card number 26 is also a yellow card of the East. So some of you, Sagittarius, are thinking about or having feelings surrounding old age, some of you guys, you know, you guys are like, you know, am I going to reach old age? You know, some people have thoughts like that. You know, some people are, you know, when you hit a certain age, you're like, you know, wow, I'm surprised that I reached this age. You know, I'm surprised I survived, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting a lot here, Sagittarius. For some of you, you guys are just really having feelings and thoughts surrounding what you want to leave behind in this world. You know, whenever we all, you know, I feel like we all don't really think about those things, because I feel like it's good to just live in the moment and to live until you can't live anymore, right? Until you know, our time is up, you know, to be in this dimension on this side of the veil. So some of you Sagittarius could be really thinking about, you know, how do I want to leave this planet behind? Have I touched the lives of my family? Am I worth anything to my family, to my friends? Do I matter? Some of you guys are thinking like, you know what, I want to live life now. I want to experience true love in my life. I don't want to wait to do that. You know, some of you guys are just deciding, I want to do it while I'm young. I want to enjoy life while I'm young, or I want to live a healthy life. And you have at the bottom of the deck, you have love. The card of the West. Sometimes our minds, when we have gone through really challenging experiences, especially experiences when you know, in the past, when, you know, when we were younger and there was either a parent or a guardian or siblings or a family member, or even, you know, people who bullied us in our past, right? So you may have had some people who may have bullied you in the past, Sagittarius. You may have gotten into a lot of fights in school, or maybe you received some type of abuse in your family that has completely tainted your perspective towards love, this love energy, right? Like, there are those of you, it is very difficult for you to see life in a soft, rosy type of perspective because of your experiences. But now, interesting, the bottom of that card, you have care. Some of you guys, you may be either of East, maybe you're of the Asian continents. Some of you guys may be West African, or your family is. Others of you, you may be Eastern European. Some of you guys may be Black American, Black European. You could be in a relationship with somebody of those diasporas, okay? But either way, that's very specific for some of you. But what I'm getting here, Sagittarius, is that you guys, some of you have gone through a very rough, you've had a rough past. And I feel like I get this a lot for you guys, at least for the Sagittarians who watch my videos. Mentally, you guys have been through it. For some of you guys, you have experienced some type of abuse. I'm not trying to get in your business, but some of you guys have experienced some type of abuse that has somehow damaged your mind over time. And now you're thinking, I don't want this anymore. I want something better. And I'm just getting that some of you guys, what you're going to experience very soon is a new set of friendships, or maybe there are going to be some old friendships that come up that really bless you, people that you've missed. There may be some people that you do miss and you need to reach out to them, right? You need to tell them that you miss them. Maybe you have an existing relationship that's just been through it, but it's tried and true, and you and this person are going to get married or have children or whatever, and it's going to be a blessing for you, Sagittarius. But others of you, if there is not another person like romantically involved, this is just you healing your relationships with you know, your old friends, maybe making new friends, and healing the relationship you've had with yourself, Sagittarius. You are not exempt from loving relationships. That's not how the universe works. The universe is built on the power of love. But love is not always rosy all the time. Sometimes love is really tough. Sometimes it's painful, right? Love can also look like sacrifice, okay? But what is it that you want to create as far as a legacy? Where are you headed in your life, Sagittarius? What type of human do you want to be? What kind of humans do you want to surround yourself with? What are you passionate about? Have you let that go because of the lack of love in your life? Have you allowed other people's toxins to riddle you with sickness inside and out? Have you allowed someone's abuse or abusive language to taint your perspective on the life that you want? Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for you guys, Sagittarius, moving forward. Let's see here. For this Virgo new moon. This Virgo season and this Virgo new moon, Virgo is also just all about making sure that we are organized, getting our ducks in a row, making sure that we are tending to our responsibilities and the tasks that we need to complete, right? Sorry guys, I keep getting notifications on my phone, but I'm trying to ignore them, but which I am ignoring them. But ancestors for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising signs. What is this Virgo new moon trying to speak to them about? What is it offering them? Because there is opportunity here. There's a lot of opportunity here, Sagittarius. This is a year number 9. I keep forgetting to tell everybody this when I give readings this time around, but we're in a year number 9. So if you kind of feel like things have just been kind of crumbling around you, it's because they're supposed to. See, year number 9, meaning a year of endings. Next year in 2026, or the next year after this one, it's a year number 1. That's where the new beginnings are going to be facilitated. Not necessarily, there's going to be some new beginnings in this year for sure, once the endings have taken place, right? So some of you guys, maybe you got out of a really bad relationship and you're just like, why? Why me? Why does this happen to me? Well, it's because it's time for you to actually look at your map, look at the map of your life, and look at how you've been traveling. Look at the paths and the roads that you've been taking. Look at, some of you guys may look at your life and realize, I've had it all wrong. I need to make a U-turn. Some of you guys are making a big U-turn and just starting over in a relationship or with your finances, maybe moving. You just want to start over. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so there's definitely something that you're falling in love with. You want to fall in love with someone or something. So there's a new relationship here for some. Some of you guys are experiencing a new relationship. It could be with a friend, like you have a brand new friend and you're just like, this is awesome, like we get each other. Others of you, this is a new romantic partner. Others of you, this is a brand new career path, or this is your current career path and it's actually taking off and taking you to higher heights. Others of you, this is a current existing love situation, whether it's platonic or romantic, because love is not just romantic, right? This could be you and a family member healing together. This can be you and your significant other after a really tough time because of trauma and wounds. Maybe there's a trauma bond that's happening between you and a person, and that is finally healing. Because there is a lot of pain and anguish in someone's mind. Someone's carrying a lot of pain and anguish, Sagittarius. Some of it is maybe mental struggles, mental illness, okay? This can also just be something that happened between you and someone else that really, betrayed you, or maybe it betrayed the other person. I don't know. We're going to clarify these cards. But at the end, in the end of it all, we have the Six of Pentacles. So I like seeing that. That means that things are going to start balancing out. You will find, if you put yourself out there, Sagittarius, right? And you're like, I'm going to decide to sacrifice relationships where I'm not getting the same amount of love that I'm giving. Or it could be a relationship with a parent. If there's a parent who's abusive and they don't understand what you're going through and they're not showing that they understand what you're going through, you may have to sacrifice that relationship with that parent, Sagittarius. You don't have to, But you may come to that conclusion, like, I need to distance myself from this person because they don't care about me. They don't understand what I'm going through, right? It happens. Sometimes family members are the ones that hurt us the most, right? Because they think they know us. They think they have us down packed, right? When they don't. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands, Leo. So we have Leo, we have Virgo, we have Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? So let's clarify these cards. I just get, Sagittarius, that you're going to be victorious. You are going to come out on top. You just may have some people in your life who underestimate that power. Or they just look at you as, they just try to put this hat on you like, oh, you're never going to go anywhere, or you're never going to amount to anything. Or, you know, you may have somebody or people in your life that just talk about you behind your back, or they may say things to you that belittle you, even if they are intending to hurt you or not. There are some people in your life who just do not understand how to respect you, and that's not okay. It doesn't matter what their intentions are. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, it's family. Big time, it's family. Some of you guys need to sacrifice close relationships with your family. I'm not saying that you have to abandon your family, but you need to create distance. That's going to ruffle some feathers, but so what? You're a Sagittarius. Like, you guys, I don't feel like you have a problem ruffling people's feathers. But if they're willing to ruffle your feathers just because, without reason, or because they're not paying attention to your needs and your wants, don't even worry about distancing yourself and ruffling their feathers. So what? Right? So the sacrifices that you're willing to make, you know, in order to get the real love that you want in your life, Sagittarius, you have to be willing to make those sacrifices. Those sacrifices are going to pay off. Again, I'm not saying that you have to, you know, sacrifice a relationship for good. I'm just saying that you really need to look at your relationships right now. Look at the people that you love, you hold space in your heart for. Are they still holding that same space? Or are they just there for you out of necessity? Are they your friend, or are they in your life just out of necessity? You want people in your life, Sagittarius, who actually are doing the work to create a safe space for you to express yourself, to be yourself. If you're angry, you should have the space to express that without anybody trying to change how you feel. If you have desires and wants, you should be able to express that. So I'm just getting the sense that there is a lack of love in your relationships. And I'm really getting it's from your family, y'all. It's from your family. Okay? It's time to heal some mother and father wounds. It's time to heal some ancestral wounds here, Sagittarius. Ooh. Let's go ahead and clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yep, you have the Hanged Man, or the Hanging Ghost. Changing your perspective is what's going to change things for the better for you very easily and quickly. Seven of Pentacles, patience, planting your seeds in the right environment. So if you're planting your seeds in harsh ground and you're not willing to transform that dirt or that soil into rich, nutritious soil for that seed to grow, you're going to find yourself at the bottom of this Wheel of Fortune. This is the Archangel Michael. He makes sure things get done. Okay? So if you are expecting a beautiful, luscious tree that needs rich soil to grow in a harsh desert, you're in for a rude awakening. It's the same thing with your relationships. If you are expecting to plant seeds and to create plant seeds of happiness, reciprocity, safety in relationships that are harsh deserts. There is no love there. There is no reciprocity there. No consideration for your feelings. It's not going to work out, you guys. So if you're chasing relationships, or if you are pursuing relationships within your family or within romantic partnerships where the ingredients for those seeds to grow are not present, you're not, wow, you have the Wheel of Fortune again. You are not going to be at the top of this wheel. You're going to be at the bottom. It's yin and yang, right? Just like that symbol. It's yin and yang. It's balance. It's equilibrium. You want happiness and you plant that seed of happiness. You have to give ingredients that create happiness there. You want to feel safe? Well, don't talk to people who don't make you feel safe. Don't constantly go knocking on their door, Sagittarius, looking for safety. That's not how it works. There's some sacrifices here. Yeah, some of you guys are dealing with a Leo. Your happiness with the Sun card, shooting for the stars here, because Leo is ruled by the Sun, that is a star. Shooting for the stars. If you're dealing with people who are not shooting for the stars with you, you know, they want you to, when you're dealing with people who are not really lifting you up towards the stars, or not lifting you up to catch your dreams and your goals and to catch your happiness, and they're constantly using words to belittle you or to, you know, poke at you and hurt you, those are not your people. You have the Two of Wands. See how this old couple here, some of you guys, you have somebody that you want to marry. Okay, or you want to get married, but if you're with somebody that is not bringing you this happiness, this love, then you need to leave. But others of you, this is your family. This can be your mother or your father. Let's go ahead and continue to clarify these cards. We're going to clarify the Ace of Cups here. We have the Sun card there. Wow. We have the you have the Wheel of Fortune again. You have to choose what part of the Wheel of Fortune is not just a Wheel of Fortune that chooses your fortune. You choose it. The Wheel of Fortune is asking you, where do you want to be? Do you want to be under the wheel? Because it's easy to get under the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I mean? Ignore your responsibilities, but to get on the top of the wheel, there are rules. There are things that Virgo is asking, hey, you need to get this done. We have the World card. I'm sorry, the Moon, the World. We have the Moon card here. That's Pisces, Cancer. So you have the Sun and the Moon. Again, it's that yin and yang again. The light and the dark, the day and the night. Equilibrium. Universal and earthly rules, regulations, and laws that take effect every single day. Again, the universal law or the earthly law of growth is to plant a seed. If you want growth, plant your seed in soil that is rich in nutrients. Give it water, give it sunlight, give it things like that, oxygen. There are rules. If there are people in your life, Sagittarius, who are trying to cut corners and not abide by this universal law, this Mother Earth law, they're not worth your time. If a person is in a relationship with you just because, out of necessity, and if you're looking for love and you have somebody who's in a relationship with you who really doesn't really care about you, they just see that you have something that they want, get rid of them. You have the Three of Swords here. Now, if you have children, that's different, okay? They need you. Those are the only beings that you should have in your life who are dependent on you, are your children. That's it. Okay, Sagittarius, so if you have children, take care of your children. Okay? Take care of your children. But I'm talking about people who are definitely not your children, and they are just there to mooch off of your energy and to suck you dry of your energy. If they're not there to bring growth and prosperity to your life, get rid of them. Distance yourself from them. We have the Three of Wands. There is Leo again. This is the future, planning for the future. And then we have the Four of Cups. So some of you guys are just really sad about passing up some opportunities in your past. That's hurt you. Some of you guys, maybe something got canceled. I don't know. There's some type of opportunity that was going to really build your future with someone, or with a job or something that you really thought was going to take off, but it didn't. I'm not sure what that is, but again, some of you guys, this could have been, again, your family you allowing your family to block you from certain opportunities. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Earth for the last tarot card to clarify, and then we will pull some words of advice. I just get the sense some of you guys, your family is really, you're kind of allowing your family to hold you back, Sagittarius. Your family has really not been supportive. Or there's family members. I'm not saying it's your whole family, but some of you guys, is family members, certain family members who just, I don't know, just get this really weird energy. It's very toxic. I don't like it. Others of you, again, it's a relationship or it's your friendships. If this is not family, which I feel like it is, but it's some of you guys, it's your friendships. Your friendships, you're allowing your friendships to hold you back. You may have some friends who are very jealous of you, and they don't want to see you actually amount to more than what they have, because it's going to trigger them in some way. Yeah. Like I said, Ace of Coins, money. If you're dealing with a business partnership, or you're dealing with a roommate or a family member, or even a significant other, I'm just getting that there is the need for equal contribution, or people to pull their own weight within the relationship, right? If you are being more sexually, like you're initiating sexual expression towards a partner and they don't do that for you, well, there are some things that need to be addressed. If this is money, where someone should be contributing their part in the household and they're not, that needs to be addressed. If this is again, any type of partnership where, you know, you make sure that you check in on somebody, you're calling them, you're trying to spend time with them, and they're not doing the same for you, but they're only in your face when they need something, or when there's drama, be careful of that. Be very careful. We have the Heavenly Master, that's Taurus. So yes, there's marriage for some of you. I see this as traditional marriage. You really, maybe a marriage. I don't see that a marriage has failed, but there is something with heartache within a marriage, or something where you want to get married to someone, but I just get the sense there's a lot of things that need to be worked out first before. Maybe somebody asked you to marry them, or you asked to marry someone and they were like, no, not yet, or, you know, I'm not ready. Maybe that hurt you. And some of you guys are just having a hard time in your marriage. You're having a hard time making friends, or you're just having a hard time finding a significant other. But that is because you have to make an agreement with yourself and your creator, or with your spiritual guardians. Yeah, you're going to be all right. Trust me. It's all going to come together, you guys. Whatever you're worried about, you ain't going to be worried about it for long. Leave the past behind. We have the Five of Cups. Do not commune with the past. Stop communing with the past, Sagittarius. You're about to have a team of people with the Three of Pentacles. You're about to have a team of people who absolutely are on board with whatever it is that you want. You know, they have the same mindset. They have the same, like, similar goals, right? That you have. But I'm also getting a sense of being realistic as well. Okay, just again having a map of, your destination, of how you're going to get to your destination. That is so important. Okay. So I get that when it comes to your relationships overall, there is a sense of needing to toss out any toxic behavior, being patient, healing wounds, and, you know, facing your trauma and healing that. Getting rid of any darkness that is plaguing you or your relationship to someone. We have fire agate, and it says creativity. Allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into my world. So for those of you who are creative, you guys need to get back into creating. If it's a project you want to work on, if this is you wanting to have children, others of you, if you, whatever life you're trying to create, marriage, a committed partnership before marriage, opening your own business, moving to another country or another state, whatever it is that you're trying to create, better health for yourself, you need to allow it. How do you allow it? Well, first, one thing that I think is very effective is opening yourself up to relationships that actually, they're so loving that it scares you. It's like, this is what love feels like? Yes. And just opening yourself up to those people. That's like one of the first steps. The other step that you can take is sacrificing and distancing yourself from people who have not shown you that they care as much as you do. Okay? We have moonstone. There's the moon again. Cycles. I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles. Some of you guys, maybe you have irregular periods if you're a female. Maybe you're pregnant or you're thinking about getting pregnant. Let's pull one more card, you guys. Pay attention to your body and its cycles. Okay, the female body is a very powerful being. It is a powerful portal. Be in the rhythm of the moon. Be in the rhythm of the earth. Oops. Expanded awareness. You have azurite. My awareness is expanding with the abundance of clarity. Yeah, Sagittarius, you guys are finally seeing the truth. You guys are finally seeing where you want to go and what you want and what you don't want. Okay? You guys are going to be good. Virgo season is going to make sure that you get it together, Sagittarius. It is not going to leave you behind. No human will be left behind. No living being will be left behind during this Virgo new moon and this Virgo season, okay? Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.